aspire, to achieve, to live together in interracial unity, to live together in a democratic society. In all those things lies the true significance of the words which adorn the coat of arms of my country, Trinidad and Tobago. A small country with less than 1 million people. These islands were discovered by the Genoese explorer Christopher Columbus in 1498. For these islands and their people, the era of colonialism had begun, and European civilization meant race extinction, slavery, pain in 1797. The British Parliament and people had learnt that slavery was unprofitable, unjust, and inhumane, but freedom did not come until 1833. For 165 years, Trinidad was under British rule. Land of the Hummingbird, the name given to Trinidad by its original inhabitants. Today it is also known as Land of Calypso. Here is Port of Spain, our capital and chief port. It is a bustling, fast expanding metropolis with a population nearing 100,000. The old buildings are giving way to modern skyscrapers. Yet old landmarks like this Roman Catholic cathedral would be here for many years to come. A silent reminder perhaps to our young architects that as they build, they must have a thought of tomorrow. Going south, we come to Point-à-Pierre, the heart of our oil industry, a modern refinery, refueling depot for ships, and expanding harbor at the crossroads of the Caribbean. The mainstays of our economy are agriculture and industry, and the most important agricultural product is sugar. The sugar cane was introduced late in the 18th century. Over a period of 130 years, production of sugar has risen from 100 tons to 200,000 tons. In the beginning, African slaves provided the labor force. Came emancipation. African slave labor gave way to indentured labor from India, slavery under a different name. Today, the descendants of the Indian immigrants form the bulk of the workers in the sugarcane fields. The old order changeth, yielding to new. Old methods have given way to new equipment, new processes to increase output and meet the stern challenge of foreign competition. Our sugar is shipped in bulk, and the best buyer is Great Britain. The most important industry is oil production and refining, and Texaco's refinery Point-à-Pierre, an expanding enterprise, is the second largest in the Commonwealth. Petroleum was discovered at La Brea, famous for its pitch lake, in 1857. In 1909, the quantity of crude oil exported was some 4,000 barrels. In the two world wars which followed, our oil industry was vital for Britain and her allies. At the moment, over 300,000 barrels of crude oil are processed daily. And to meet the needs of the Texaco and Shell refineries, crude oil is imported from the Middle East. Since 1961, a massive expansion program has resulted in construction of a lubricating oil plant as well as a cyclohexane plant. Indeed, the petroleum industry is the backbone of our economy. It is the greatest contributor to government revenue. This power station at Pinal and the old and new ones in Port of Spain are fueled with oil and gas from the oil fields. They supply all present needs, and their capacity is sufficient to meet expanding industrial needs for a long time to come. Citrus is one of the smaller industries. Oranges and grapefruit from the sun-drenched fields are brought to the packing plant to be cleaned, graded and selected for export. Only the best fruits and juices reach the markets of the Caribbean, the United Kingdom and Europe. A good deep water harbor and adequate berthing facilities for ships are among the essentials for industrial expansion. There are some who still go down to the sea in schooners, some of which, no larger than the caravels of Columbus, play an important part in inter-island trade. But the bulk of our incoming and outgoing trade is handled by large ocean-going ships. Construction of a modern port began in 1935, and because of rapidly increasing trade, expansion and modernization are still continuing. Incentives have attracted an increasing volume of foreign investment. This textile mill, for instance, supplies the home market and also exports to nearby lands. Our sunshine and our beaches attract visitors by the thousands every year. Many stay at our upside-down hotel where there is a view of the city from every room. This is the Hilton Hotel, which caters to the needs of the most discerning, with its up-to-date facilities, and it has won a name for good cuisine, good entertainment, and above all, good service. There are beaches within easy reach of Port of Spain, while in Tobago, most of the hotels overlook beaches for which the island is famous. They are public beaches and are renowned for their safety.